going?
Everything's on, everything's going.
Hello guys, first starting point, who are we?
My name is Eric. I'm a long-term outdoor enthusiast. I've been, really enjoying the outdoors since I was very young. Lived in Europe as a child with my parents, and we were doing, climbing mountains and that sort of thing. From there, it went into, when we moved to North America, it was Cubs and then Scouts and scouting and lots of, trips with that. And then, as soon as I had my driver's license, it was Jeeps and it was motorcycles and I absolutely love nature. I love the outdoors. Canada, where we are, we're in beautiful British Columbia. You can see a little bit of it behind me here. I've lived here for now 17 years. Koen and Sarina emigrated here from the Netherlands, not even a year ago, right? In March. Yeah. I've been off-roading, wheeling, doing technical off-roading since my first Jeep. I've driven Land Rovers, Land Cruisers, and as some of you know from the channel, I've got a 2023 Bronco, the Badlands Sasquatch Edition, and we'll give you tours of the two vehicles that we're up here with right now. But we are sitting here at 2,100 meters for you Canadians. That's about 6,800, what are they called again? Fidges or footsies. 6,800 feet, just below the Mara Fire Lookout. Mildly technical trail to get up here, right? There was some stuff. Yeah. It wasn't super challenging. That's what we do now. We go out, we go on adventures, we do all kinds of things. We try to show people practical things. We try to show them you don't need a brand new Bronco or a brand new Jeep to do this. We've got a couple project cars as well, right? Just fixing it up a bit. We're going to do some videos about that.
Close to getting off-road.
That's right. Yeah, Pedro's getting ready pretty soon to go off-road, and we're going to show you guys how we do that. How easy it is to sort of work on and maintain some cheap vehicles. We have the Stig as well, right? So we've got the Stig, which is a 1974 Toyota Land Cruiser, so an FJ40.
Yeah, and we'll share the story on that, how we got that car and how we named the cars as well.
Why all our cars are named.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit later. I should introduce myself as well. Yeah. My name is Koen. I moved here back in March of 2024. For all the people that are going to look at this later when we're all established and have a huge fan base. I got to know Eric through his beautiful daughter. Been super happy, and ever since I set foot in the Okanagan, I knew it was just going to be a matter of time before we moved here. I've always loved off-roading videos, but living in Holland makes it really hard to do off-roading videos. I think the largest mountain we have is in Brabant, and I think it's about 350 meters.
I'll follow on. We're going to get a little just deeper into our backgrounds, and I think you'll really get to know us through the videos and stuff like that. We're very straightforward. We're very open. A little bit more about my background if we're doing the full disclosure. If I'm dropping my pants like early. I was busy with family, career, those sort of things for a long time. And so, things like off-roading and real adventures and so took a bit of a back seat. My lovely wife, Tanya, prefers, lying on a sandy beach in the sun to something like this. But I've just never been able to get away from it. Just through circumstances, through life and different things. It's probably what, something that a lot of people can relate to is my life got really badly off track. I ended up a couple of years ago in an extremely bad place. And with that, I mean up here in the old toboggan. I just had this crazy idea in my mind that, that my family, the world, everything would be better off without me in it. And, I was just desperately unhappy. And I didn't understand. I didn't know why. I had nothing to make me unhappy. I had a successful business, I had wonderful kids, a beautiful wife, a nice house. It wasn't anything like that. And a wonderful son-in-law. I couldn't figure it out. And I just couldn't find any joy in my life anymore. I just couldn't, do it. All the things that gave me joy seemed to have disappeared. I started looking in the bottom of a bottle of bourbon for happiness. And let me tell you, it's not there. It made me push away the people close to me. And let's just suffice to say it was really, really bad. It took a couple of really, major incidents in my life to help me turn around, to really understand that nobody in the world is responsible for my happiness except for me. Things cannot make me happy, but things can also not make me sad or unhappy. People cannot make me happy, but they also can't make me unhappy. So it's a double-edged thing, right? I think there's a lot of unhappy people out there, and I think there's a lot of people who don't know how they can get happy again. I can tell you that right now, this very moment, and in 25 seconds, it's going to be even more. I'm at the happiest point in my life. I was in such a pit, and my brother essentially, saved my life. Not literally, but metaphorically saved my life. Through him believing in me, I found the strength inside myself to stop drinking and to look and say, why am I unhappy? I started realizing what things had made me unhappy that I had lost or let go of or ignored the happy things in my life like this. I'm responsible to get back to that, It wasn't somebody else who had to do that for me. I came up with, sort of a basic understanding. I'll share that with you. It's tattooed on my arms because it's that important to me. This one says, happiness is the meaning in life. It's not the meaning of life. What makes it worthwhile? Happiness. Not money, not anything else. Happiness makes it worthwhile. The second part of that, which became sort of my foundation, which I'll talk to you guys about a lot more, just not right now, is on this arm. Expectations are the death of happiness. There are 3 types of expectations. My expectations of myself, my expectations of others, my controlling nature, and others' expectations of me. Those were the 3 big things that I had to think about, figure out, and address. Until I had to take that hard look at myself, and until I spent a year and a half doing pretty much nothing but researching what is happiness. It is a definable quantity. Some people say, oh, you should say joy. No, joy is an emotion. Happiness is a state of being. Yeah. Happy is an emotion.
Yeah.
Happiness is a state of being. And we should all be striving for that. I started piecing all that together, and I started trying to translate that for myself, right? Into, just a language that were like everyday things. And I boiled it down to this. There's a lot more behind it. But anyways, we'll get to that. I talked too much about that right now.
No, don't worry. I'll cut all of it. So
yeah, I know.
I'll give a little bit of background on myself as well. This is different than Eric's experience. I've also had some kind of darker moments in life. I used to be pretty good at a sport, and I was about 16 when I got mono, and I thought the world hated me and I hated the world, and I dropped every single hour of training I ever put in. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my life. School obviously wasn't going well while I wasn't in the right state of mind as well. So then I turned to what I thought was the coolest thing ever, which is filmmaking. Done a lot of event stuff starting off, then kind of grew into commercials, did a lot of years of that. Also done a lot of kind of YouTube-y kind of series for big brands in the Netherlands as well. So that's kind of how...
And the festival.
And the festivals as well, which is just so much fun. So that's a bit about me, and that also gave us a bit more of a starting point, starting this channel and, starting to make something off this, because basically what we're trying to do here is whatever makes us most happy, trying to do that all the time.
Yeah, we're going to be doing off-roading, some serious technical wheeling and stuff like that, but also, adventure driving. It might be down Forest Service roads just to get to beautiful spots and that sort of thing. This was a combination of both.
Yep.
We're going to be doing, working on older vehicles. First time I ever welded was on Pedro.
Yeah.
Does
it show?
Maybe. Oh, maybe. Is it beautiful welding? No. Does it need to be? No. I want to show people how they too can just pick it up and kind of start.
As well as on the newer cars where we're going to upgrade over time. Yeah. And we've only been going for a couple months.
Koen's going to share a lot more about the videography and photography aspects of it, right? Talking about, and I mean, we're just using iPhones right now, some GoPros that we just happen to have.
I have a photo camera with one lens that is falling apart, but it, the photographer usually makes a difference. So
Serena's going to talk about hair and makeup. Was that sexist? This is my daughter. I guess I can say that. Yeah, but well, I should though. My life I've spent trying to make sure that I could build her up and that she felt confident.
Apology right now.
I should apologize to you that I gave my daughter the kind of self-confidence that probably drives you a little bit nuts sometimes.
That's been hard on me. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what made us want to do a YouTube channel and
Right.
Instagram and stuff like that, and who our inspirations are.
Right. So I've got a couple of channels that I've been following for a while now. One was actually based in BC as well, which is the Story Till Now. If you're watching this, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's opened my eyes.
too.
I've also followed Adam Riemann, he has a YouTube channel which is all about adventure motorcycling, and which is just something I really want to explore as well. Other than that, there's an Australian channel called 4-Wheel Drive 24/7.
Bicep.
Got it in one go. Which is just the most
Love those
amazing
guys.
show, the most amazing production. I really enjoy watching those guys as well. So, yeah, thanks
Hey
again.
now,
to those-
Sean. Hey? Well,
Give her all the berries.
Give it the berries, man.
Okay, we stopped torturing them with our bad accents.
Yeah, we
but,
should. Yeah, sorry about that.
I was talking about my inspirations, and I like both something that's useful that you learn something from, and something that's funny. So obviously, four-wheel drive 24/7.
Yep.
Love those guys, that sort of thing. So I watch them as well. I also follow David from Off the Grind.
Yep.
Yeah, you do too, actually. Right? We both follow David from Off the Grind. I really like his stuff. And for me, one of my biggest inspirations, and I find myself, especially like if I'm recording, like if we're doing videos of me working on cars, I actually fall a little bit into talking like him. It's Derek from Vice Grip Garage. I'll walk into like around here, local parts stores. We don't have O'Reilly's here. We've got Lord Co. and Napa, obviously, like you guys. But I'll walk in there. I'll say, "Hey, I need sparkulators for a 1979 Jeep Cherokee," and they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like I literally a lightning whirler, lightning hoses, that sort of thing, and the fuel make it happen, or like I call it stuff like that. And Derek, if you ever see this, I'm a huge fan. I promise I won't keep doing that. But
We'll find our way.
Yeah. But just to come back, when I was at my deepest point, when I knew I had to turn this around, Derek was one of the people. See, now I'm getting too far. Anyways, Derek is one of the people that helped me do that. Check out Vice Grip Garage for sure. Check out Off
Worth
the
it.
Grind. Check out
Story
4-Wheel
Till
Drive
Now.
24. The Story Till Now.
Yep.
So much stuff. Really, like one of my goals with this at some point is I'd like to get to an event that Derek's at as well. I want to meet him and I want to shake his hand.
For me, growing up in a flat country, this is the dream. I am living the dream without a single one of you guys already, and I can't wait for people to start seeing what BC has to offer, what we're gonna do with this channel. We're slowly gonna upgrade over time, obviously with the vehicles as well as the camera equipment as well. The way that I enjoy being out here is just something I've never really felt in Europe, and it's really, really special to me. Our Jeep is completely stock except for a winch and a bumper. Other than that, there's nothing else changed on it. So we do have a Rubicon, which means we have lockers and a sway bar disconnect. But that also means that you can totally get a stock Jeep and go wherever the frick you want, right? So,
And it could be a 20-year-old Jeep.
yeah, it totally can.
100%.
And the long wheelbase is definitely the biggest challenge, I'd say. Compared to the
breakover angles.
Bronco stuff. But yeah, Bronco as well. Suspension is
standard. I mean, now with the Sasquatch package and the Badlands edition, you get some things. So yes, it is armored underneath with steel plates underneath. Yes, it has Bilstein suspension. Yes, it's got 35-inch tires and a little bit more of a lift, but it is the way that Ford delivered it. The only things that I've done to it is I've put a rooftop tent on. I put an awning on it.
Yep.
This is why we love it. Like we're camped right here. This is Coon's little adventure tent. I love it because like when he set that up, and from where you guys are watching this from, like it's just a drop off, like behind here, down into
I'm
the
about
valley.
a foot and a half away from stepping down into a 80-foot drop. But I like living at the edge.
Literally
sleeping
on the edge.
That's kind of the gist of it, I think.
And whatever. I mean, I've got the rooftop tent, the awning, and that sort of thing.
That I'm going to use in about 2 seconds.
It's starting to hail.
It is starting to hail.
Welcome to Canada.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Yes.
We're gonna pack. We're gonna get under the awning,
And we'll see you soon.
and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right. And for now, we're good to go.
Yes.
The cabin we're going to is bloop, bloop, bloop up there.
This is so gorgeous.